It's not exactly news that modern footballers are on top of the food chain in earnings. From making 5 figures a week to having over 9-figure net worths, the life of footballers is absolutely crazy. Trading their talents for a spot in the most competitive teams, football stars make a lot of money. Today on GoalLine FC, we'll take a trip down the money lane to check out the 10 richest footballers in the world in 2023. Before getting into that, if you like the content we put out and would love solid footy videos, slap the subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you get the first pop when we release a new video. Now, back to the video. In 2017, Mohamed Salah decided to join the title-winning project in Liverpool. After his failed stint at Chelsea, he was prepared to show the Premier League he was a great player. On his return back to England, Salah really turned up the style, scoring goals left, right and centre. He became one of the best wingers in the world, even getting shouts for a Ballon d'Or here and there. Turns out it wasn't only his ability that took a rise, his salary did too. At 30 years old and still at the peak of his abilities, Salah decided to renew his contract at Liverpool with a staggering €400 a week. Along with several lucrative deals he'd been involved in, Salah is worth over $80 million today. Eden Hazard is one of those players living the dream lifestyle. The Belgian winger doesn't get to play so much at Real Madrid these days, but he still earns millions. In his heydays, the Belgian magician was one of the best players at Chelsea. He won 2 European titles, won the Premier League title twice, and captured Belgium's greatest side ever while weaving his way through even the toughest defence. Hazard's enigmatic dribbling and aesthetic style of play drew admirers from around the world. At 28 and at the peak of his powers, Hazard left Chelsea to join Real Madrid. This million-dollar decision literally cost him his career. He remains the highest-paid player in the squad with the least number of appearances and a staggering net worth of over $100 million today. Kylian Mbappe's incredible wealth and success have come at a very young age, and if he continues on the same trajectory, there's every chance that this is only the beginning. The French winger started his professional footballing career at just 16 in Monaco. Most young footballers are barely known when they make their debut, but that wasn't the case for Mbappe. Everyone seemed to know about him. At 18, Mbappe joined PSG and the big deals started coming in. Thanks to his talent, Mbappe has won the World Cup, is PSG's highest scorer, has cemented his place as one of the best players, and has an impressive wealth portfolio of over $110 million. That's just crazy for a 24-year-old. While Mbappe's wealth came early, Iniesta's came pretty late. The midfield magician who starred alongside Xavi Hernandez, Sergio Busquets, and Lionel Messi won 9 La Liga titles and 4 Champions League in the iconic Camp Nou. He scored the World Cup winning goal in 2010 and was part of the engine room in Euro 2008 and 2012 triumphs. With his career slowly coming to an end, Iniesta left Barcelona for the wealthy shores of China to join Vissel Kobe. At first, the deal did not make much sense. But considering he earned $30 million a year, we'd say he pretty much had a great deal. Today, he is worth around $120 million. Many world-class players have an inspiring tale of rags to riches, and this French midfielder was no different. Pogba's unique footballing ability led him to the famous Le Havre Academy in France. His impressive performances excited teams around Europe, and in 2009, the midfielder joined Manchester United's Midfield Academy, and from then on, he's gone from strength to strength. He's played for just 2 clubs throughout his footballing career, but with a business-savvy agent by his side, Pogba hasn't done too badly for himself. His natural footballing talent makes him a prized possession for any team, and his stylish persona makes him every marketer's dream. Now at 30, Pogba has an impressive net worth of $130 million. Formerly a footballer, now a golfer, Gareth Bale has embraced his new ventures that it's hard to remember he used to be one of the best footballers in the world. Gareth Bale took the world by storm with his fiery pace and powerful shot during his early days at Southampton and Tottenham. After a few years in the top flight of English football, Bale's footballing prowess would see him become the most expensive player in the world as he switched to Real Madrid for €108 million. Bale became one of the highest paid players on the planet in 2013 when Madrid handed him a deal worth €692,660 per week. Even at that stage, Gareth was ranking in dough from all angles. That's continued right till the present day. Bale's benefited from deals with Adidas, Nissan, TaylorMade and Duracell. Bale's net worth is around $145 million. Not bad for a serial lounger, eh? Neymar's another player with an incredible grass to maximum wealth story. At 14, he had $1 million decision to make. If he'd chosen a different path, things would have been so different for him. He was given a chance to join Real Madrid, but Neymar and his father decided to stay and develop in Santos. After impressing with Santos, Neymar joined Barcelona with a salary of around $22 million per year in 2013. Not bad for a boy from the rough patches of Sao Paulo. In 2017, PSG triggered Neymar's release clause for €198 million in their project Win the Champions League in every way possible. Things haven't really gotten better for PSG's Champions League quest, but the French giants agreed to pay Neymar an eye-watering €775,500 per week. That instantly made Neymar one of the richest players in the world. He's also handsomely rewarded for his deals with Puma, Red Bull, and Gillette. The Brazilian flair maniac is now worth around $200 million. Say what you want about present-day Ronaldo, but he's still one of the greatest players of all time, and one of the richest athletes on the planet. CR7 was a phenomenal talent as a teenager, and Manchester United players famously begged Sir Alex Ferguson to sign the talented forward. At the peak of his earning prowess, Ronaldo earned £120,000, and he was worth every cent. In Real Madrid too, the Portuguese icon enjoyed a lucrative deal that saw him earn €365,000 per week. That in itself was a bargain considering he scored over 400 goals for the club. Ronaldo's fortune is estimated to be more than $500 million. His wealth comes from football, endorsement deals with Nike, Armani, and his own business ventures. Ronaldo's eternal rival Lionel Messi plays for PSG these days, but he'd always be known for his affiliation with Barcelona. Barcelona agreed to pay for Messi's treatment for a growth hormone deficiency in 2000, and he's been there. Messi's talent was there for everyone to see, and on his 18th birthday, he signed his first professional contract with a release clause of €150 million. His massive release clause didn't put Inter off though, as they offered to pay above his release clause and triple his salary. Messi chose to stay in Barcelona still, and he's been rewarded for it ever since. He currently earns around €35 million per year and has an incredible net worth of over $600 million. There's every chance his net worth will balloon further with a €200 million contract on the table from the Saudi goons. For an honourable mention, Faik Balkia did not particularly earn his fortune from football. He had failed trials with Arsenal, Chelsea, and Leicester. Balkia has a net worth of $20 billion at 24, eclipsing every player on the list. How's that even possible, I hear you say? Well, your guess is as good as mine. Balkia is a member of the Brunei royal family, and his uncle is the current sultan of the oil-rich nation. I guess you can't judge him for being in the game for money, eh? So, there we have it, guys. Which players do you think could join the list of wealthy players soon? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. While you do that, check out the #1 transfer your team must make in this video and slap the subscribe button so you get the first ring once we have a new video. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.